Hi guys! Welcome again to another one of our grammar videos today. My name is Susanna and today we are going to have a look at the present perfect tense together. So just like in our previous videos, we are going to have a look at various situations in which we use this tense, then we are going to have a look at its form, and of course, the best part comes at the end because that's when we will try and practice this tense a little bit. So let's get started. So the first situation in which we use this tense, or when do we actually see this tense in use, is when we talk about some action that happened in the past, but we can see that it has a result now at this moment as well. So for example, imagine that maybe you lost your key, let's say, I don't know, 3 days ago, but now you still don't have your key, you still haven't found your key. So in that case, you will say, I have lost my key. Alright, because I lost it a few days ago, but even now I still don't have it. I don't know where it is. So I will say, I have lost my key. Alright, or imagine that maybe you go skiing and you break your leg. So let's say that 3 days ago you broke your leg, but now it is still broken, right? Even today. So you will say, I have broken my leg, right? Because it is still not okay. Good guys, perfect. So this is the first situation in which we use this tense. Then we can also use it when we talk about our past experiences in our life. However, what is very important is that we don't say when they happened. Alright? When you say when they happened, then we will just use the past simple tense. When you don't say when they happened, we will use the present perfect tense. So, for example, you can say, wow, I have watched this film 5 times, right? I have watched this film 5 times in my life, right? So maybe until now I have watched it 5 times, but maybe I will watch it again and I will watch it more times, right? So maybe it will change in the future. So we say just, I have watched this film 5 times. And again, I don't say when I watched it. That's important, all right? Or you can say, oh, in my life, I have visited many European countries, right? I have visited many European countries, but again, I don't know when, right? Just until now, I have visited a lot of them. Good guys, perfect. Then the third situation in which we use this tense is when we talk about situations that happened recently or that happened just a short time ago. So just imagine that maybe you are walking like in the street, you're going home from work, then you see an accident and then you come home, right? So now you are at home, which means that you saw this accident just maybe 5 minutes ago, all right? Or just a short time ago. So then you will say, I have just seen an accident. I have just seen an accident. So when you use this just, it basically means a short time ago. Okay, guys, perfect. Or you can also say, for example, oh, I have just made myself a cup of coffee. I have just made myself a cup of coffee, right? So again, it just means that I made it maybe a minute ago, right? Just a very short time ago. Cool guys, perfect. And then let's have a look at the fourth situation in which we use it. So we also usually see it with words like today or this evening or this morning, but what is very important is that these periods are not finished yet. So for example, let's have a look at this situation. Let's say that now it's 12:58. Yeah, you see the time on the phone and you can say, oh, he hasn't called me today yet. He hasn't called me today yet. Alright, so I use this present perfect, hasn't called, because it is still today. Yeah, today hasn't finished yet. Alright, so then we will say he hasn't called me today yet, because it is still today. Or we can say, wow, he has already eaten 2 burgers today. He has already eaten 2 burgers today, right? But maybe he will eat more, right? Because today hasn't finished yet. All right? Good job, guys. Perfect. And now let's have a look at the next situation. So basically we always, or not always, we usually see it with words like, or with phrases like, it's the first time, it's the second time, it's the third time I have done something. So for example, you can have a look at this girl. Let's say that her name is Jane, and as you can see, Jane is riding a tricycle now. Yeah, but is she happy? Not really. I think she's a little bit nervous because it's the first time she has ridden a tricycle. It's the first time she has done it. She has never done it before. That's why she's nervous, right? So we can see that it's the first time, and so until now she has never done it. So we have to use the present perfect tense. Okay, perfect, guys. Awesome. And now a lot of times you will also see it with words or with words like since and for. So let's have a look at that a little bit more. So let's say that I started studying English in 2015, yeah, and now it's 2020, right? So as you can see at the timeline, I started in 2015 and I never stopped, right? And now it's 2020, so we will say I have studied English since 2015. In 2015 I started, but I haven't stopped studying, right? So even now I still am studying English, so I have studied English since 2015. So when you use since, then you have to say like at which particular point you started doing something. So for example, I can say I have, I don't know, lived in this city since I was 5 years old, yeah? Or I have lived in this city since 2010, okay? Or I have studied English since, let's say, January, right? So maybe now it's April, but I have only studied English since January. So I have this particular point in the past when I started doing this activity, and that's when you will use since. Or in the same context, you can say, because I have studied English since 2015, so in 2015 I started, now it's 2020, right? So how many years has it been? Well, it has been 5 years. So you can say I have studied English for 5 years, right? I have studied English for 5 years. So when you use for, you will say how long have you done certain activity. Okay, so I don't know, I have maybe studied English for 3 months, or I have lived here for 15 years, or I have, I don't know, I have practiced the piano, I don't know, for 10 days, let's say. Okay, so for, and you say how long, for how many years, how many months, how many days, and so on. All right, guys, perfect. And then you will again see this tense used with words like already and yet. So let's have a closer look at these two words. So already, we only use it in positive sentences, all right? Only in positive sentences. So let's say that a person A says, "Oh, can you make me a cup of tea, please?" Yes, but B says, "Oh, I have already done it." Yeah, like I have already done it. So it means I basically made this cup of tea for you sooner or earlier than you thought I would. So in that case, we say I have already done it. Yeah, so it's done. However, when do we use yet? Well, yet we only use in negative sentences and in questions. Alright, so never, never in positive sentences, only in negative sentences and in questions. And the position of yet is always, always at the end of the sentence or of the question. Alright, so for example, let's say that I ask you, oh, have you done your homework yet? And you can say, oh no, I haven't done it yet. Yeah, so as you can see, this boy, he is still writing his homework, right? So he hasn't finished yet, right? So have you done your homework yet? So here I use yet because it's a question, but in your answer, when you say no, I haven't, you will say no, I haven't done it yet. If you have done it, then you can use already and you will say, yes, I have already done it. Okay, so when you use already, yet, you will always use them in present perfect tense. Okay, perfect. And then let's have a look at one difference that many students usually many students make a mistake here, or maybe they don't fully understand the difference. So I just want to make it clear. And these are two words. They are gone and been. So for example, if I say, oh, I have gone to Italy. Yeah, so as you can see in the first picture, we have Italy. Yeah, so here we have Italy. So when I say I have gone to Italy, it means that now, at this moment, I am in Italy. Okay, I am still there when you say gone. In the same way, if you say I have gone to work, it means I am at work now. Or I have gone to the supermarket, it means I am in the supermarket now, at this very moment. Okay, however, when you say I have been to Italy, I have been to Italy, this means, if you can see, yeah, you can see in the picture that I'm just looking at photos from Italy. Yeah, because I'm not there anymore. I'm at home. I'm at home now, and now I'm just looking at pictures from Italy. So in that case, you will say, I have been to Italy, but now I'm already back home. Okay? So that's the difference. When you say gone, you are still at that place. When you say been, it means that you have already come back. So you're at home, or yeah, you're at your original place. Awesome, guys. Perfect. So, and then let's just have a look at its form now. Now that we know when to use it, it's really important to know like how to use it, not how to use it, but maybe in what form to use it and how it should actually look like. So, in the positive form, we will always have, of course, our person, so I, you, he, she, we, you, they. Then we will have to use have, and then we will have to use the verb in the third form. Yes, so as you remember, I'm sure, we've got regular and irregular verbs. With regular verbs, it's pretty easy because you will just add ed to the verb, all right? So for example, when we have the verb work, it will become worked, all right? Or if you have the verb play, which is also regular, it will just be played. So you will just say, I have worked, I have played, you have worked, you have played. Nothing really changes, right? So it's only ed. However, we've got a lot of irregular verbs, and in that case, it's the third form, right? So for example, in the case of the verb do, we have do, did, done. So I use this third form or past participle form of the verb, all right? So as we said, we say always I have and the third form. So I have done, but again, you can just use the short form. So you will say I've done. Yeah, so for example, I've done my homework, right? You, again, you have done, or you've done, and again, you've done your homework, for instance. He, she, it, it's the third person, right? So we have to say has. So he, she, it has done, or again just the short form he's, she's, it's done. Yeah? And then we, you, they have done, or again just the short form we've, you've, or they've done something. Alright? Perfect, guys. I think that's pretty clear, isn't it? So now let's have a look at its negative form. So in the negative form, again, it will be the same as the positive form, but you will add and insert not there. So in case of I, you will say, I have not done. Or again, just in the short form, I haven't done. And again, for example, my homework. Yeah, I haven't done my homework yet. Or you have not done, or you haven't done. He, she, it has not done. Or he, she, it hasn't done something. We, you, they have not done, or we, you, they haven't done, again, something. All right? Perfect, guys. So pretty easy peasy. And then in questions, we will again change the position of I and have, or you or have, he and has, and we will just switch them. So in case of I, you will just say, oh, have I done? For example, have I done my homework? Or have you done your homework? Has he, has she, has it done something something? Have we, have you, have they done something something? And then again, if you just want to answer, you can just answer in the short form very simply. So have for example, oh, have you done your homework? Oh yes, I can see yes you have. Or no, you haven't. Right? Or if you ask yourself, have I done my homework? Oh yes, I have. Or no, I haven't. All right, so it will basically work the same for I, you, he, she, and so on and so on. And now, so that now we know the form, we know how to form positive sentences, we know how to form negative sentences, we know how to form the questions. So now let's have a look at some practice. So I prepared a few, well, 3 questions for you guys. So I will give you some time to think about them. Maybe you can say the answer to yourself, and then we will have a look at some sample answers. All right? So can you tell me, what countries have you visited? What countries have you visited? All right, good. Perfect. I hope you've said it to yourself. Now, can you tell me, have you had breakfast yet? Have you had breakfast yet? Perfect. And the third one, can you tell me, how long have you studied English? How long have you studied English? All right, guys, perfect. I hope you said all the answers, and now let's just have a look at what might you say when somebody asks you these questions. So for example, when somebody asks you, oh, what countries have you visited? Like in the first question, you can just say, oh, I have visited France, Germany, and Thailand, and blah, blah, blah. Yes, so you will just name all the countries, but you will say, I have visited in my life so far. Maybe I will visit more of these places, and I'm not telling you when I visited them, right? So I say, I have visited. Okay, guys, perfect. What about if I ask you, oh, have you had breakfast yet? Then you can just answer, oh, yes, I have. Or, I haven't. Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Okay, guys, perfect. And what about the third question? So how long have you studied English? How long have you studied English? And again, you can just tell me, well, I have studied English for 2 years. I have studied English for 2 years. Yes, we use for because I'm telling you the time, like 2 years, 2 months, 3 days, right? Or you can say, I have studied English since 2018. I have studied English since specific point in the past, 2018. All right, perfect, guys. I hope you said it all right. I hope your answers were correct, and I really hope that you learned something new today. And I think that's it from me for today. So if you like this video, if you would like to see more of them, please click here to subscribe. And yeah, it was really nice to see you, and I will see you soon again. So take care, have a good day, and bye.